Welcome to your Tee Time Strategies. I'm Terry Miskolci, Director of Instruction for Brown Golf here in Bluffton, South Carolina. Today, we're going to go to the practice area, and it's a strategy of how to go out and play the golf course. So let's go over to the practice tee, and let's see how we can play the course we're going to play on the practice tee. Okay, so now we're here on the practice tee, and what we're going to do is we're going to play Crescent Point Golf Club from the practice tee. And the reason we do that, for those of you that want to kind of play a game within a game, it's great to bring the golf course right here onto the practice tee. So here we are, I'm standing on the first hole in my mind, okay, and I have a tee shot. I'm playing at 375 yards, so I know the water is far enough away from me. The water is 50 yards from the green. I'm not going to hit it 320 yards, so I'm okay to hit the driver off the tee. So my first shot is to get myself organized. So I go through my routine, step myself up, and now I make a driver swing. And what I watch for is I say, was it a good shot, a poor shot? That one went a little bit to the right, so I know I'm going to have, in this particular case, I'm probably going to have about a 9-iron to the green. All right, so I walk to my bag, I take out a 9-iron, drop it on the ground, get myself set, get ready, I make a swing. Oh, I got that one a little bit fat. Okay, now I'm in front of the pond. So I'm in front of the pond. Thank goodness it didn't go in the pond. So now I have to take my next shot. My next shot is going to be a pitch shot, approximately probably 40 or 45 yards. So I walk over to my bag, grab my sand wedge or lob wedge, depending on which one you want to use, because you can use either one. And now I go through my my pre-shot routine, and I go back into my practice mind, and I say, okay, if I had to hit a pitch shot over the water 40 yards onto the green, what would I do? So I set myself up, and I'm saying, okay, this is the width of my stance, and I'm working to say, well, I only need to take the swing this far back, maybe about pocket high, and I hit a little 40-yard pitch shot. That I know cleared the water, and I'm probably going to have about a 15-footer. So then from there I would walk over, take my putter, walk over to the putting green, and I'm going to putt probably from about 20 or 25 feet, and then I'll go ahead and then I go to my next shot. My next shot, the next hole, is a par 3, and if I were playing the back tees is 200 and some odd yards, but let's say I'm going to play from the white tees on the second hole. The white tees is 154 yards. It's an 8-iron. So I go to my golf bag, I pick up my 8-iron, I tee it up, and 150 yards is right to the middle of the green. So on the second hole, if any of you know the second hole at Crescent Point, all you want to do is just hit it to the middle of the green, 2-putt, get away, and then walk off that green with a 3, and then you're really happy. You don't want to get too careless, because you got to remember it's 154 yards all over water. So I pick the right golf club that will carry me, and in my case, for me, it's an 8-iron. It takes me that distance, so I set myself up. I always tee the ball up on any chance I get. So on the par 3, I'll tee it up as well. I go through my routine, and then I make my swing. And that's a pretty good shot. So now I know I've hit a pretty good shot. Now I go to the green, grab my putter, and I'm probably going to have a putt somewhere around the 35-foot range. I'm happy with that. I'll go in, hopefully I'm going to 2-putt, and then I go to the next hole. And the next hole is now a par 5. So what I'm going to do is I have my driver, I'll hit a driver, then I'll hit a 5-wood, keep it short of the green, keep it short of the bunkers, and then I pitch up onto the green. So now I am strategizing my game, getting used to what clubs I will be using when I go out there to play the golf course. So now when I finish, again, I have an opportunity to look at what I would like to practice and which shots showed up here on the practice area after I finished 18 holes, and now I can have more effective practice session. So that is how I tend to strategize my game prior to going out playing the golf course. I'd actually go to the driving range and I start playing the course there to find out what golf clubs I hit and how well I hit them so that I can get better in my practice time. That's your tee time tip for today. See you next week.